Hi and welcome back to the channel. Right, this is me lathe. It's a wonderful lathe. Beautiful, beautiful, mate, beautiful. Easy now, old, over 100 years old. If you've got any ideas where I can stick that, don't be rude. Let us know, leave it in the comments. Yes. But today, I'm going to teach you how to make a box. This box is obviously going in a hole, so you won't actually see the box, frustratingly, but nonetheless, it's going to be a box we're going to make a box. Quite simple. I think everybody needs to know how to make a box. It's quite simple. But it's a bit like obviously this tool here, my skid board. I do like to use my projects, there we are, in every episode I can. So I'm going to put it up there, and in this situation, it's hold me wine. So what I'm going to do, obviously the most important thing about building a box is you've got to choose the right material. The best material which I usually find is MDF, because you pretty much do anything with MDF. MDF is just, oh, I've got a bit here. This is a socket which I'm actually currently making for the Hoover from underground unit. Oh, I like going through there. Hey, there we are. I'll stand here. So to make this round hole, I'd simply pencil mark that out, drill cut of holes, and you can file it and sand it, and it's just easy material to work with. So that's the material which I'm actually going to use to make this box out of. If you are obviously cutting a lot of it, like obviously using your skill saw, which is a circular handheld device, in a tight environment, when I mean tight environment, I mean obviously an enclosed one, wear a mouth guard, eye protection, because the dust is quite lethal. It just really sort of lingers and sits on the lungs and makes your cough splutter, and you'll be sitting all night going like that. And wind up your wife. I can get some wood and size up, so stay with me. Right, so I found some material. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way because it's not getting dirty or broken. So I fixed the issue with my light. Turned out a bit of grease on the actual screen, and also I had to make a little light deflector. So what I'm going to do, up close, this here is my light deflector. See that? Beautiful job, beautiful, look at 360, panoramic, or whatever you want to call it, display. Yeah, how many times can I do this before I be sick? Anyway, oh. Can I do it again? Anyway, in the next video, I'll show you how to make one of those. So, material which I'm using in my box. I had some materials left over from a previous project. It is a bit tattered. Apparently I didn't secure it all that well to the roof of the van as I was driving down the road, and the wind picked up and kind of ripped it off. So I've got to do a fair bit of cutting. Quite trash. Now I know obviously not everyone has these tools. I'm not trying my best to do a DIY sort of thing, and everybody hasn't got like the best tools. So, but if you want a true straight line, you really got to use a table saw. Now this is my home table saw. Bring that up, lock it into place. There's my cutter. Obviously once I've actually marked up the wood, again this here you can tell if actually it's square or not. To make sure it's truly square, you actually use a square. Because it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Obviously you can't use this as you can capture it, but you make sure, good amount of those shelves as well, we use as worktops. You can actually make sure when you pencil mark it off that you use your square side. You always make sure whenever you're doing your workings off, you use that one side. Take what you can. Not the way to lower the chop saw, admittedly. And that's not a table saw. But I did. I'm professional. I know what I'm doing. Right, now the thing to remember when you're making a box, for example like this one which I've drawn down here, drawn down there. So those measurements up close. The back end is basically 49 centimetres. Now you can do the back end easily 49 centimetres, the front 49 centimetres, but the back you can't do at 16. Remember to take off the thickness of the actual wood off those measurements. So when you actually totally, at the end, your total measurements are those measurements. Because if you simply go, right, I need 2 bits at 49.3 and I need 2 bits at 18.7. You stick them together, your total measurements at the end will not be those measurements. 2 of them might be, but the other 2 won't. You've got to remember, when you're actually making the box, you've got to think the situation of the actual wood itself. Right? I know this box got to be a foot deep, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark up my old guide there. Yeah, I'm too technical. It's fine, it's fine. See, that's me locked in. See, so I know that's now going to be from my guide from the actual saw blade cutter Dewsbury watch it thing. I know that will then be 30. I'll push all the stuff out of the way because it's not the best workshop in the world. I'm not going to plug it in yet. I want to engage that first. Get up out of the way. Sort of clear some space. This is a proper workshop. Nothing's in the place where you want it to be. Ear defenders, you should really wear eye defence, eye guards. Just out of habit, I've always got a little thing. Always just make sure. I don't know. Paranoia maybe. Just make sure that it's clean inside. There's always a little thing. If I don't make sure it's clean and I put this over my ears, something might sort of climb out and yeah, grow my head, maybe give me personality. Right, so the thing about ear defenders, naturally everybody needs a shout. Ah! Right, so I've got my wood. Turns out the first bit I actually had done measured on, it weren't wide enough. It's quite frustrating. So what I'm actually going to do is not use this bit of wood because this one's... No, I'm going to use it. I've got a bit of damage edge there. No, you know what I'm going to actually do? No. Undo this. I'm going to work with a straight edge. I have got some damage along the 4 centimetres. Move that down to 4. Put that down to 4. Remember when you got the guide, you want roughly in the middle. That's a good thing about Spirit Log because I got the centre level, so you know roughly what it's going to be. That on 4. That on 4. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run it through, cut it down. So now what I'm going to do is powder up. Hit the reset. Where's my square? There's my square. You know what? That is beauty. Beauty. So, now I've got that. At this point, I can now go back to this, hit the test button, just out of giggles, just pull it out because you are leaning over this thing. Yeah, always makes me concerned. Rubbish. So I've got two bits, perfectly unique, uniformed. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? Now back to my drawing. See, that's my depth. You see, that's the depth of it. Now I've got to do my width. So because obviously most of this wood is actually damaged, I've got to really be careful what I choose. So, doesn't work! I just don't have that sort of off now. Unless you're going to stand back and wait just in case. So there's my two sides, front and back. Well, that's square, is it? So, as I said, I need 47.7. I'm pretty much stuck at 45. Right. Move out the old school. If you are going to do it this way, it's best to get your finger, pinch it under there. Because your finger then acts as a guide. You do have to take a bit of extra time, and be obviously careful. You can't just whack it through as quick as I have done with the obviously using the guide, because you've got no guide other than your finger, which can obviously wobble around. You can obviously then pinch it once you know it's true, then actually run it straight across the workbench there. The other option is obviously to use a square as well. That'll keep it true, but it's not always the best. But you can obviously do it that way. Again, you've got to be careful when you do use it, because if you go too deep, you actually hit the blade. And trust me, you'll know about it. Right, let's go ahead and do it. So that is one other bit done. Now what I've got that easy now. There we are, three sides. And slightly leave those. There we are, three sides. Now to make sure that you've got true measurement when you cut your last piece, when I say last piece, your last piece for the actual framing itself, it's always best to lay your last one, taking time to make sure it's sitting on there perfectly, and then mark it. Because then you know, as long as you make sure you don't cut on the line, you're not actually making the actual cut bang smack on the line. You want to make sure that the left hand side, or the right hand side blade, it all depends where you've done your measurements, but in my situation, the left hand side blade is touching the pencil line, not cutting through the middle of the line. Right, so let's go again. So the two bits are now got cut. They are perfect. See? I've got to find another bit because I've run out of material. What you want to do now is, you know your measurements, because obviously you've got this, but So it is always nice to work with measurements, but sometimes it's simply to say, you know what, I'm just doing it real old school like. So you simply just line these up. Doesn't have to be standard. Just keep it lined up. Measure there, get your square. I'm doing this angle because of the camera. There we are. Get your square, but you don't have to worry about it too much being square. It's more the fact that you want to make sure that that is actually butted up. Get that bit in there. Oh, this is not working. There we go, that in there. Put that bit in there, and then that will give you. That actually then will give you your final measurements, and then just a pencil mark there. So, yeah, I'll get ahead and do that. Ta-da! Just like that. Yeah, it's not big, honestly. Falls to pieces. Right, so that's now all done. What I'm going to now do is retract the table saw. So now what you want to do is simply go around and you want to measure. This is personally how I do it. Just don't forget, if you don't have precise woodworking tools, it's not going to hurt just by simply go around and simply sizing up the actual material itself. Pencil mark on the actual inside of it. See, for the longer ones you will actually need to use the longer pieces. But you know, literally, as you expect to see it, you want to make sure that backing is as flat as possible. And then just pencil mark. Spin it around. And pencil mark. So then what you've got is you've got this line. Now that obviously that gap in there, that void we can describe it as, is where your wood's going to sit. So whenever you drill, you want to make sure that your drill lines, easy, are basically in the middle. If you don't know measurements, you go, well, I don't know what's the 3mm screw is, drill bit is. I don't know. Best thing to do is what sometimes I've done in some situations. I will literally get the drill bit, size it up in front of the screw, and if you can see the teeth either side of it, that'll do. As long if you can't see the teeth, the drill bit's too big. Just mark down centre, and it is important to do centre because you are going to drill through the wood, but not just this face bit, you're also going to drill down these bits. Now what I've done there, which you probably didn't see, is I roughly marked out where centre was, and to make sure that's a true centre going all the way down, I literally used my finger as a gauge, and I just ran it all the way down, keeping my finger in the same place as the pencil, run it down. So again, using your marks, you just marked up. So with MDF, it's very important that you do actually do it in the centre, because if you are slightly off, that width of a screw, even though how narrow it actually is, it will split the wood. So obviously if it's like right on the edge, it will just split the wood. Now if you do want to countersink your screws, I don't really have to in this situation. Countersink them. This one's blunt, so it'll take a bit of time. You simply put in your drill, size it over the hole. Now you can only really do it once the hole's been done. There we are. Without one, with one. So when you put your screw in, which I know won't go in, you should be able to twist it. It should have a bit of resistance. Oh, hurts. So once you put your screw in, you don't actually see a screw. It's flush. So if you do want a finished look, or you want to actually conceal your fixings, you use one of these countersinks, because then after, once you've actually got your the filings, I'll use this stuff here. Make sure all the gritty, real like lumpy bits are out. Get that, add a bit of glue, rub it over, put a little bit too much in there, and then once it's dry, you then sand it down. You won't even notice it. Well, obviously you will, but it won't be as obvious. I know obviously I didn't explain how deep to do these. Go as deep as the head, and then just a little bit more. Literally, what I mean by just a little bit more, just a couple mil. Base plate done. So this way it does get a little bit trickier. There are ways around. So I'm trying to do this as quick as I possibly can. Because obviously I don't want the video to be 4 years long. So naturally I would take a little bit more time doing it. Again, I don't want to be 4 years long. So now I went for a top screw there. Because that top screw is obviously everything at the top is the hardest, you know, to keep in place. So now that obviously using those lines which I drew earlier, see that? Right in the middle. And then the edge you've got to be careful about, because if you overstrain it, it will split. We'll go back in. Get that one in. So again, a lot of other people say build a box a different way, but I like building this way because quite simply you can actually use the weight of the material to hold it down. If you like this with a square, don't get me wrong, square's good. I like squares. Square's great. Beautiful things. If you do like this, you can sometimes this might not be as true, but put that there. You can make sure that's flush. I mean, it works for me. It might not work for everybody. I'm not everybody. I'm me. I go, no, he's doing it wrong. What's he doing? At the end of the day, I get the job done. Wonderful, wonderful. I also like checking it occasionally with square just to make sure the work is actually square. And this, you kind of have to do it by hand because you mainly got all the screws at the bottom, and actually the bottom takes most of the weight in many aspects. The sides or the walls don't really need a lot of strength, so you can actually just get away using one. And don't do it at the top if you're only going to put one in. Do at least a couple of inches down. Quite simple, easily made, inexpensive. Obviously you can use other materials. Now I've got a little bit more work to do on this box because I want to make an inner box. Box within a box, as it were. So, that's what I'm going to do. Now, to make an inner box within a box within a box. Because we know that. Oh mate, look at that. It's 30. Exactly. So obviously you've got to really work out how deep you want the box to be within the box within the box within the box. I'm just going good old fashioned halfway. So, to make a box within a box within a box within a box, we know that our total depths on that one is 30. So I'm going to make this one 15. Here, defenders. Two walls. Obviously these are naturally too big. We'll cut those down. Oh, if you want to know how I made that, look at the other videos. That'll go there, that piece will go there, that bit will go there, see, that would be your internal box, slot inside that box. Cutting too big. No, I won't be able to get it out again. But unless it fits in. I almost have made a rookie mistake of putting it in there. Oh mind you, I should be able to get it out. Yeah, see? Yeah. So basically a box within a box, and then you'll just... Oh, it's pinched. It's not heavy enough. There we are. Pulled it out. Gets the stuff at the bottom. But now we made those, we got to build a stopper to go inside there. So now I've got to measure 15mm on the inside of the box. So basically it's got those. Yeah, can you see that? So when you slide this in, it stops. And there we are. So if you like that, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments. Either way, I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.